forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered here on Eclipse. It's going to be Effort and Prime coming at you with a TVZ for the day. Top right, it's going to be Prime. He's a Korean Terran player. Bottom left, it's Effort. Korean Zerg, you know this guy. There's a whole playlist named Effort. I'll let you guess what's in there. Terror the Overlord, moving out. Not hoping to be shot by a Marine, so he's not going to go straight across to the Terran side of the map. He's going to take a little bit of a detour for high ground purposes so that Marines cannot kill him, but he's still scouting for proxies because it's a two-player map, and proxies are very popular, especially on two-player maps. Are you going to go hatch first here? I think he's going to play it safe with an overpool, but time will tell. So happy 2026, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic one. Things are okay here at the Falcon house, and, you know, we've got what we've got. My son got his wisdom teeth out, which, you know, not a good experience, I don't think, for anyone. Although, some people spend like 3 days recovering from getting their wisdom teeth out, and I was eating tacos the night of. I got my wisdom teeth out like at 10 a.m., and then, you know, went home, laid on the couch for a while, watched some TV, and then I was like, feeling all right, and it was tacos for dinner, and I was like, maybe I should try a taco, and I did, and it was fine. So, yeah, my wisdom teeth experience was fan-friggin-tastic. Anyway, hope my son's is also pretty good. I mean, he's looking fine. He's not complaining about pain, but he's still on the drugs. So, I don't know. We'll see how he feels tonight and how he is tomorrow. Hope it's a quick recovery from him. What do we got? Drone scouting. Love that. And look, he says it's not a proxy. It looks like it's going to be a Rax expand. Let's hatch first. Let's do it. So this is a hatch first in response to the scout. I like it. I like the move here from Effort quite a bit. He's going to harass. He's going to force another SCV off the line. Going to be super incredibly annoying. Yeah. Snipe. Good. Lots of sniping happening here. And there's the pool, and there's the gas, and everything's fine here from Effort. So this is Eclipse. This is a version of Third World that allows you access to this whole side of the map without having to get a worker back there or Nidus or drop. So it's a version of Third World that isn't as annoying for the players to play, and therefore there are a lot more replays on this map. Extractor finishing up. No gas quite yet from the Terran. We'll see when he goes for that. It's going to be a fast +1 attack. Is he going to just expand more quickly, not worry about getting out things like Valkyries or, you know, early tanks? Yeah, there's the expansion timing. That is quick. 245 on the expand. Not a command center first, but as fast as you can get otherwise. This is Prime playing it well. Marine hunting for an overlord. Oh, well, look at this. Look at this pathing. He's like, I knew you were going to come try to find me. So I'm just going to be just enough over this water that you can't kill me before I get onto the high ground or out of range of your gun. That's such a good play by Effort. That is just mean. Yeah, SCV knows the tendencies of Zergs to get overlords into this position because this is all walled off. Tracy's Armory, there's a billboard here and a sign for Tracy's Armory, but it's not actually a Tracy's Armory, so I guess it doesn't really matter. You can't get in here. It's just advertising anyway for us, probably. Metabolic boost on the way after the lair has gotten started a while ago. There's your gas timing. There's your engineering bay for a +1 attack for the Marines. Any sign of a mech play from Prime? Maybe. We could see it be a mech play here from Prime. Could be pretty happy if that's the case. We like mech games. Actually got one of those for the Patreon cast of the week. So check me out, patreon.com/FalconPaladin, to see a game between Dasik and Speed on Minstrel that features the mech. There's your Spire timing, 4 minutes, a little bit. There's the macro hatch first before the Spire timing. This could have been sub 4 minutes, but he went for the macro hatch instead. Not going to be for Larva at the time that the Spire finishes. Actually, this might line up quite nicely. Does he have a second gas? Of course it's on the way. Cool. So, going to be an investment into Mutalisks by Effort. Are we surprised by this? It's Effort we are talking about here, man. It is Effort we're talking about. And there's a Rax. Part of me was hoping for a factory because he had the resources for a factory. But no, I mean, duh. It's a +1 attack for the Marines. He was not getting a factory now. He can later. He could get a mech transition later, but also it could be a factory for Valkyries. It could be a Valkyrie play. It could just be for science vessels too, which usually probably is. That's more of the normal play. So Stim on the way here. Finishing up shortly. Comsat stations. Spire finishing. Enough gas to make 9 mutas. Not quite, but enough to make 6 of them. There's the scan. Sees the gas. Sees the third base timing. Great scan. There are the 6 Mutalisks. And then I think we're going to get... No, he's making drones with the other larva, so he's not going super heavy into Mutalisks here. He is flying a +1 attack, though, so crazy +1 attack. Mutalisk stuff coming in. Takes forever to get a +1 attack on Mutas because Zerg can make a ton of units at the same time, so it's only fair. Attack upgrades for Protoss and Terran are shorter, because you can only make 1 unit at a time off of your production capabilities and your factories and your barracks here. There's the factory timing, but again, probably just for science vessels. As always, what makes this game interesting to RJB? Yeah, it's not going to be a standard TVZ where someone shows up and kills the Zerg player, and this Zerg player doesn't have any sunk-ins and they're a sad panda. No. This is going to be a little bit more of a back and forth. Maybe you'll get Valkyries. Maybe you'll get battle cruisers. Maybe they'll win. Who knows? Anything can happen in StarCraft land. Yo, getting out of there. Okay. All right. All's well. I mean, you got to worry about the Mutalisks out here. There are 7 of them. You got to take it seriously. There's a very injured Muta in there. Do we bet? That Muta is not going to survive the next 60 seconds, right? It's going to die in the next 60. It's got to die. What do we get here? Queen's Nest coming up back home. I mean, that's a sub 7-minute start for the Queen's Nest. Big freaking deal. Okay, Mutas are not even going to engage anything. They're just dancing. Waiting for friends to show up. Full 11 stack before we go back in. And here we go. And he dies. 27 seconds. Like, insane. They can't target it. Like, there's no way those Marines are targeting the injured Mutalisk in a stack of 11. They don't know. That's not something Prime is doing, but it happens so often. I guess just when you're doing kind of random damage to a bunch of Mutalisks in a ball, some of the bullets hit some of the Mutas here and here and here and here, and then one of them hits the very injured Mutalisk and it dies. I guess that's how it works. Got a hive coming in, which does get scanned right as I'm looking at it. He sees the hive timing. Prime's like, oh no. Effort's too scary. The Mutas were kept at home. No, sorry, we're keeping the Marines at home. That's okay. We got science vessels in production now. Effort's ability to split Mutalisks probably isn't top tier. Definitely not. Sunken up at the front. Just worried about the potential of a vulture coming down that way, but this is a floating factory. That is not a factory that is planning on building vultures anytime soon. That's a good tell, actually, for Prime of what he's thinking about doing here. Is not actually making vultures. He could. He could have this landed, making vultures one at a time, getting them speed upgrade, getting them spider mine, just using it for chaos out on the map. Not a mech transition, per se, but something where you just have to worry about spider mines against an SK Terran player, which is like, what? Makes your brain work in weird ways if you're Zerg. Radiate's coming in. Oh, we've got the hive finishing. We say what? Defiler round first? Yeah, this is a Defiler round. Defiler round first. Defiler round at 9 minutes is pretty friggin' awesome. And then Adrenal once he has the minerals for it. No, he's got it. It's the gas he needs. He needs the gas. Now, Adrenal. Come on. You see all this stuff. Good Adrenal, man. He's not spending gas on anything else. Yeah! Adrenal. Cracklings coming in. So third base, Lurkers. Sunkens defending. Defiler round finishing up soon. If there's a window, Prime, for you to do something here, it's gonna be now. And not in 3 minutes. When Plague is around and Dark Swarm is everywhere and Cracklings exist, and then you hate your life. Mutas jumping in and turret down. you know, just harassing. They're not here to win the game. He doesn't have 50 Mutalisks with 27 Lings with Crackling upgrade. Not trying to make that a thing. You could kill that Marine, but... Oh, yes, he's going to go back and take that guy out. Sorry, man. You are in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're bringing important information back to the Dominion, and that's appreciated, but also... Oh, also you're already dead. Yeah, consumes coming in. Scan. It's like, Chunkins and Lurkers, eh? Is this the stacked? Yep, stacked Lurkers under an Overlord. Dirty trick Zerg can do. These mutas? Oh, yeah. Oh, is there enough to actually win this? Look at him. He's just fighting it. Dude, his +1 attack is done. All right, third base. Honestly. Prime friend. Irradiate, split, no split. Dude, that's a D rank split there, man. F rank is if all your buddies also die, but if you only kill a few of them, that's a D rank. Wow. I was going to say effort is top tier at splitting, but that might have been a total lie. Oh, Cracklings come in here to fight. Another Irradiate happens. That's like a B. Dude, this third base by Prime is just not going to happen today, is it? Effort has made it his mission in life to make sure that doesn't actually come up. Now, are we boxer maneuvering at 11 minutes? No, actually we're not, because Scourge wiped out both science vessels before they could do it. Wow, that is an early attempt at boxer maneuvering. 11 minutes at the third base. This is usually like, oh yeah, we're at 27 minutes, and there's a sixth base, and we're boxer maneuvering that one. No, that is the earliest boxer maneuver I have seen, perhaps in my channel. And it failed miserably to boot. I wonder if there's a correlation there. I wonder if a lot of Terran players are like, dude, if you try to boxer maneuver when all the Zerg has to worry about is 3 bases, they're going to stop it. But if they have 7 bases and you boxer maneuver one of them, then the Zerg player's like, I was looking elsewhere. I didn't have the APM or the attention to deal with that. Plague's almost done. Look at him waiting for Plague. He's like, come on, Plague, come on, Plague. Come on, Plague, come on, Plague. There it is. Plague is done. Look at that one Marine coming down to make sure that we don't just toss a Plague down, but then the Lings counter that. And the pre-split and the Dark Swarm, intriguingly enough. And then a Consume and maybe another Plague. Yeah, there's the Consume. There's the Irradiate. There's the Plague. Great. 2 Science Vessels plagued. Good use of Plague. Not going to complain about it. Third base. Let's try it again, Prime says. Up at the 1 o'clock spot here on Eclipse. No Fire Bats here. Hydra's being added into. This is Hydra meta. Where are your tanks? Show me your tanks, Prime. This Hydra meta defeats straight up SK Terran. It does. Every time. You have to add some tanks if there are going to be legitimate numbers of Hydras on the field. Because the Dark Swarm Hydra is the answer to so much of what's going on here. Yeah, look at these Marines just die. Plague. You don't have enough Irradiate for every one of the Hydras either. It's not like you're dealing with Ultras where you can Irradiate one and you get a lot of value. You Irradiate one Hydra and it's like, oh, I mean, that sort of hurts, I guess. The Zerg player says not a big deal. You just burrow it or kill it with your own Hydras and that's not a problem. Dude, this 4th base is hot. Oh, I guess that's the 3rd base on the right side. Interesting. Little groups of dudes. Nice map control here, I think, from Prime. How long is that going to land? Or last? How long is that going to last? I don't know. He's here. He's here. He's here. He's here. Look at this. This is a really solid contain by Prime. Consuming Hydras. Dark Swarming. Getting plagued if you get too cheeky here, guy. Or you just want to... Okay, we're just going to fight, I guess. Cool, they're all going to die. These guys... Oh, Lurker Eggs. But Marines with Stim and +2 and that numbers can actually cancel Lurker Eggs really quickly. Yes, Lurker Eggs have a ton of armor. Defiler Snipe. Fire Bats into the Dark Swarm. Okay. Okay, he's doing Fire Bats at least. Look, see? Irradiating Hydras. Just not as impactful. This is why Hydra meta is so freaking good. When we started seeing it like 2.5 years ago, the first game I saw it was Jaedong, I think. Jaedong started being like, hey, we're just going to add a ton of Hydras instead of Ultras into the comp. And Terrans are like, wait, what? Huh? And then the answer is going to be a lot more Fire Bats. There you go, getting Siege Tech. Siege mode's on the way. So it's adding more tanks, adding more Fire Bats, and then you can deal with a Hydra meta. It's not unstoppable. It's annoying, and it's a different way to play the game, but that's what's great about StarCraft. We get new strategies, new metas all the time. Okay, Dark Swarm now. Okay, Hydras are dying at an alarming rate. Defiler? Guy? He doesn't eat. What? He decided he didn't need it. What the heck? And the Defiler dies and kills a Hydra with his irradiated body. Well, that was an interesting engagement from Effort. I don't know what that was. I think maybe he thought the Defiler had enough energy already, but he showed up, didn't want to consume one of his Hydras. Then it seemed like he thought his Hydras would win. And then they didn't really win, and then reinforcements came in, and then he had to flee. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Cracklings with Dark Swarm support at your front door. Ooh, a Plague. Interesting. Once again, Defiler needs to consume and cast a thing. There we go. Yep, Hydra is inside the Dark Swarm. All the Marines in the world cannot stop this from happening. Science Vessel dead again. Is this a drop? Nope, this is just kind of a run around. That Firebat has no kills, nor is he going to have any kills before he dies. Nice try, Frink the Firebat. Plague, repairing supply depots as they're getting plagued is cool. Hydras against unsieged tanks? Well, that one's tanked, or that one's tanked. That one tanked and sieged. These ones are sieged as well. Woo! 16 minutes in the box here. This is absolutely an interesting play. Firebats doing their job. Again, inside the Dark Swarm. What do I keep saying about it? Another Plague, catching an SCV, catching a factory that's actively repairing through the Plague damage, but you're repairing damage that's going to be lost anyway, which is resources. I mean, Prime's got 1,600 minerals in the bank, so that's not really a concern for him right now. But that bottom right base is massive. I don't think Effort knows that's down there. If Prime wins that, it's because he's got a sneaky base hidden down right side. And this base can't get online because it's so under siege. There's 4 Marines behind the mineral line. They've got 3 attack and 2 armor. You can't mine from this for now. 67 SCVs to 43 drones is bonkers. And again, this is all this. It's all this base. Which Effort doesn't know is there, or he'd have tried to kill it by now, I guarantee. Yeah, Hydras, oh, well, with Plague. I'm like, without Dark Swarm, Hydras aren't very good here, but if you have Plague or you have Dark Swarm, you're going to be just fine as you chase and chase and chase and chase and chase. Oh, yeah. Oh, Medic's dying too. When they're plagued, it's so much easier to kill them. But yeah, just doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Third base happening barely. 2 guys on minerals over there. Effort does not have a ton of cash. He's trying to make sure a 4th base doesn't happen up this way from the Terran, because traditionally this is where the Terran expands, is up here for the 4th, but no. Breaking tradition. I don't see why more players don't do this. High ground defense with a narrow ramp is much easier than defending this wide ramp stuff. Oh, he's trying to naked expand. Effort. Effort, you're falling apart, guy. Science Vessel sniped. Another one sniped. Hydras are so much better at this than Ultras are. Okay, there's a Dark Swarm Hydra position. Ooh, gets another one a little bit further down the road, but I don't know. Terran just falls back and says, okay, you come up this ramp and fight us. We're not going to go down there until that Dark Swarm is gone, but we can hold the top of the line. Look at this. Dude, the Hydras are getting dragged outside of the Dark Swarm. Yeah, that's several Hydras down for nothing because they were baited into attacking those Marines outside of the orange cloud of doom. This is kind of insane. Prime might win this game, folks. He very well might. He's not mech transitioning, but he does have a few tanks. By that, I mean a bunch of tanks to deal with. Well, these lurkers and the Hydras. Oh, you tried lurker attacking my 3rd? How about if your lurkers die without getting any damage at all? How's that sound? This is awesome. Oh my gosh, plaguing 3 tanks. Defiler eats it as a result. Engineering Bay gets sniped. No more turrets for you. Not sure how many more turrets you want to build, but you probably want to build more than 1 over the next few minutes of this game, so probably going to rebuild it. Bunkers, yes. Scan, scan, scanning. Keep clicking the wrong thing there. There you go. It's like, this base seems pretty ill defended. There's a Nidus, but we can kill that. And look, the Nidus dies. Effort, buddy! What is happening right now? Effort's gonna lose this hatch. There's nothing to defend it here. What is going on, man? Where is your army? It's over here trying to do a counterattack, but yeah, we've got like 4 Hydralisks trying to defend it. The hatch goes down. There's a Dark Swarm and more Hydralisks here, and the counterattack here. What? No! What? There are only bunkers here, no fire bats, no siege tanks. Dude! Prime, you were doing so well. You took down that 4th hatch, and you're losing your 4th base as well. That is not a good trade, man. There's nothing to defend against these lurkers, nothing to defend against the Hydralisks. Marines are not the answer to this. Why? Why no tanks? Why no fire bats? Oh, already replacing the 4th base here. Getting a 5th base down here is effort. This hurts, man. Terran, you were up. You were up 80 supply just a couple of minutes ago here, and everything is falling apart. We've got a lot of science vessels. That is something that will help you. Oh, they all got plagued. All but one of them got plagued here. We did get revenge on the Defiler by irradiating it. As always here, we've got a good massive tanks here. And irradiate, right? Tanks, irradiate, fire bats. That's what you need right now against this composition from effort. We have 1 mining base for Prime at this point. Still mining from the natural. Still mining from the 3rd. Almost mining from this 4th base. 5th base done. No mining from there right now. But trying to reestablish the 12 o'clock base here, or establish it for the first time here, is our guy Prime. And it's going to be a counterattack up to where there are factories out in the middle of the map. Well, not in the middle, but out outside of the wall here. And, oh, man. Lurkers, are they too close together? Tanks, yep. Tank Splash is hitting them because they're too close together here. There we go. Lurker down. And now these are 2 spread apart lurkers that cannot be killed by siege tanks. But again, two lurkers, 1 lurker inside this Dark Swarm. Just, this is such a weird game, man. Not choosing to saturate this base here is effort. Fair enough. We've got Marines checking the top left to make sure there are no hatches there. But, oh my gosh, another Dark Swarm. There we go. Lurkers down, Irradiate, doesn't care about Dark Swarm. Lings running up into the Dark Swarm here. Trying to get friendly splash on these tanks. Science vessels going down to Scourge and Hydralisks. And there we go. In all of this Dark Swarm, there is 1 lurker. 1 with 1 kill. Yes, this is... Yeah. This is not a defensible place here, but defend it anyway. All right, so it is 175 to 127 in favor of Prime here. Ooh, drop in the base here. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? Yes, we can get it here, Prime. Hurry, pick up, get out of here. Killing a couple drones. Oh, flying right past the Hydralisks. Unloading again. Why? There are cracklings here. There are Hydralisks. Just get out of there, man. Okay, so we did snipe the 6 o'clock base. I guess there was a little bit of a run by here up behind the minerals, but there are still 47 drones for effort. And here we go, fire bats. Look how many fire bats there are here from Prime. I love it, man. Evacuation. I guess not evacuation, just long distance mining. Here for these drones. Take the right side base while you're pressuring this base, man. We have an irradiated egg here. There are, look at this. There are 5 lings. 5 lings. You have 5 fire bats with medic support, 4 fire bats. Just go right past it. Never mind, though. No reinforcements coming to defend the 6 o'clock base here by effort. Is it enough? I don't know, but it bought the time to get those lurkers at the top of the ramp here, and now you're not going to break it. Not going to break it with 3 Marines and 15 medics. Dude, oh, man. Science vessels dying all over the place. I can hear them. What? This is tough. This is some really tough stuff here from Prime, dude. He is now on, well, we've got 2 mining bases. I was going to say 1, but I forgot about this one. So he's got this one coming up. Effort has retaken the 6 o'clock. This hatch will finish. There was some pressure, but it was defeated. Dude, just take this base. Just take this base. Take this base. Defend it. Look, if you want to split the map in half, you're going to win this game. Prime. Top left base, always very important in these games. Just because, guess what you can do? If you take the top left as Terran, you're probably going to win against a Zerg player. Tanks in fun positions down here in this little crease. Interesting stuff. Getting shots off on those Hydras. Trying to unload, maybe? Yeah, unload here at this left side. 4th as well. That is back, obviously. And then a Dark Swarm comes in and maybe get some drones outside of the... Nope, second Dark Swarm. Never mind. That gets completely shut down. Good job by effort. Nice plague on these dudes. Lings running in. You can't kill plague units with lings that they're running in one at a time. These lings were denying, but look, they swing down to kill this tank from the position that Prime did not know it was there. Oh, effort. The plays today. The plays are so good. He's defending this base barely with anything, man. It's a Defiler, it's a couple Hydras, and it's some lings. No fire bats. No fire bats. Oh, gosh. Means you're in so much trouble. These siege tanks. How many kills you got? 6 kills, man. Putting in some work. There you go. Lurker Egg. Siege tank fire is hitting it. Siege tank fire is doing damage to the Lurker Egg. Okay, wandering outside of Dark Swarm. Not great effort. A little bit sloppy, but okay. And then we send 3 science vessels in to die. What are we doing? Cast? Okay, we don't have the energy. Well, some of them have the energy to cast a thing. Irradiate the Defiler. Prime is maybe a little bit overtaxed here with his APM, folks. He's got 350, but he doesn't seem to quite have enough. You need to irradiate these things now. There we go. Radiate. Good. He was listening to me. You've got another one here, too, somewhere. This guy has an irradiate. Did he forget about it? The high ground tanks. I love that positioning for Prime. That is really hard to deal with. High grounding it like that. Irradiated Defiler. Is he saving this irradiate for something? No, he did end up using it. And then they all get plagued. And they just need to get out of here. No, do not stand. Do not stand. There are Hydras on this map, sir. He's a bait. He's like, hey, if you come over here, you can kill these science vessels. And then the tanks go, rah, 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 rah. Oh my gosh, he's playing with fire. Bam, there you go. Dead. Dead. Hydra's just killing these science vessels. Scourge, no. Oh, then a Hydra gets it. This Hydra gets him before he gets obliterated by Marine Fire. Everybody's plagued here for Prime. He's trying to, again, send little dudes up to kill this base, but come on, there's Dark Swarm and like 1 Lurker up here. You're not going to get 5 Marines to kill that base. Falling back and falling back. More tanks showing up. This is a lot of tanks, man. They don't have any upgrades, though. Maybe get an upgrade for your tanks if you're making this many siege tanks. The Hydras have 3-3. Tank, okay, tank fire with upgrades is so good. You benefit so much from every +1, +2, and the +3. This base is alive. Nidus Canal, 13 hit points. Killing it would be good. Maybe a little splash damage. Okay, Lurker dies. No, are they split out enough? They're not catching the splash. Okay, good positioning from effort. On purpose or not, hard to know, but it worked out really, really well for him. Still, 179 to 127 supply. Still looking good at this point as the Terran player economically. I just take this base, man. He needs to take that base. He's holding it anyway. Just float a command center down there. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Thinking about taking the top left here. Both players are, actually. I think Effort's trying to set up this top left, and at the same time, the Terran Prime is trying to do it. Another attack up into this position, another attack down into this position. This is such an incredible contain on the space, but getting up that ramp is an absolute nightmare. We've got... It's Marines and Hydras inside Darkstorm. No, Ling, you're not allowed. This is ranged units only, sir. Aw, he ruined the party. Everybody was shooting each other without doing any damage. It's entertainment. And then this all gets cleaned out. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? While that's happening, this gets pushed back. Oh, finally taking this right side base. Okay. All right, Prime. Now look, holding this base and this and the top left is a win condition. Just defend. You just have to defend at this point. Defend this. Defend this. Keep an eye on counterattacks up to your natural base, and you're going to be okay. Come on, Prime. You're up 40, well, 30 supply now on effort. He's sending some dudes down here. That's not enough to get the work done. Definitely not. Defiler explodes. Cool. This is insanity. Whew, look at this drone transfer. Not really escorted. Pretty safe anyway. The engagement up the left side. Is he trying to... He's still trying to kill this base, I think. I don't know, man. Dark Swarm. Siege tank, though. Siege tanks on the back line. Backline siege tanks are the name of the game for any Terran player dealing with this strategy. There you go. See these Hydras inside Dark Swarm? Watch them die. Siege tanks do not care at all. Look, he's trying... Okay, he does snipe the Nidus. There's only a handful of Hydras in here and, like, a Lurker. Scourge chasing the dropship. They get the dropship. There were dudes in there. There were Marines in there. This attack is still continuing. Lurkers are better at dealing with these siege tanks than Hydralisks are, without a doubt. Did he? Yeah, he's hitting the command center. Some of the SCVs are dying through the splash there. Science vessels, again, are trying to bait these Hydras into the tank positions. On the other side of this gap, the Hydras are getting irradiated and just dying anyway. Oh, and then there's an attack up into the 12 o'clock. There's nothing in these bunkers. No, what do we say? Marines are not enough. Marines are not enough to defend against anything that effort is doing here. You need the fire bats and the Marines and the tanks. Oh, this base gets lifted. Okay, top left is gone. 12 o'clock looks like it might be gone here too. There's 2 tanks to defend it. There's 1 tank to defend it. Here's a 12 kill tank to defend it. This lurker is going to kill him eventually. Again, no upgrades on these tanks is a massive problem. Well, it's 113 to 105 supply. Terran player's up, not nearly as much as he was before. This base is just getting ravaged. The worker count is under 30 now for Prime. Man, this lurker 9 kills. That defiler irradiated. Science vessel down to Scourge. That's what we're talking about. More fire bats and tanks. Okay, fire bats and tanks and fire bats and tanks. And then Marines with whatever minerals you have left over. Look at these SCVs trying to run. Yeah, this base is dead too. Not that it really matters. It is effectively mined out. But yeah, this base not happening. This base not happening. This base not happening. Oh, you were doing so well, Prime. I do think a lot of this is him trying to kill this base. He's trying so desperately to get up this ramp, and he just can't do it. It's so hard to do, no matter what your composition is. I think if he just takes this base earlier, doesn't lose as many units trying to kill this 6 o'clock for effort, reestablishes his positions in the top left and the 12 o'clock, and actually has some tanks and fire bats up there, and more science vessels, I think things are good. He just spent so much time trying to kill this base when he didn't need to kill this base. Just, oh my gosh, just your holdings. Hold on to your holdings. That's why they're called holdings, because you need to hold them. Oh yeah, this base is dying too. Oh gosh, SCV count 23. 20. Is it under 20? It's under 20. It's 18. 18. Yeah, if you have 17 workers at the 32-minute mark and your enemy has 46, you're probably not the happiest of campers. Reland this base, maybe. Reland it, send some dudes. He's still trying to kill this base. Why? Oh, there we go. Dark Swarm Marines, get out. Yeah, look at him. He's trying. He's trying to kill this base. You don't need to kill this base. Nice Plague. The casting here by Effort has just been top tier, but that's what we expect from Effort anyway. What a game from Prime. He had this. He had this thing. I think if he just sticks to his guns, defends what he's got, I think he wins a game where he just has more money than the Zerg player does over time. And then he crushes. But he just keeps coming down here. He's like, I must get up this ramp. We're going to D-Matrix Firebats. That's how we do this. It's true. D-Matrix Firebats are very good at this. These Lings coming outside of the Darkstorm are dying. Another great Plague. Get up the ramp. Kill the Lurker. Kill the Lurker. Come on. Kill it. Can we kill it before the D... No, we can't do it before the D-Matrix wears off there. And he can't get up the ramp again. Stop trying to kill this base. All right, Prime. Single-minded in his pursuit of trying to kill this one single base. Insane. Yeah, I think that's it. 106 to 70 supply efforts up. The swing in supply in this game is massive. It was 80 supply in the advantage for the Terran player at one point, and now it is 45, 44 in advantage for the Zerg. That is the biggest swing in any StarCraft game you're going to see, man. Oh my gosh, it's just not even. 15 kill Lurker, not successfully scanning for Lurkers out in the middle of the map. Effort is so smart and so sneaky with that stuff. This base dies again. This base doesn't even really matter. This base is mining, but it's a one-base mining situation here. And yeah, sure, freelings are free. Chasing after the Defiler. No, there's Hydras back there, man. Oh, the Plague catches us again. The Defiler's like, hey, that's your problem, guys. You fight without me. And the Hydras are like, okay, deal. Oh, and that's the GG. Oh, Prime, you hurt me. Oh, you hurt me a lot. That is ridiculous. That is an absolutely ridiculous showing there from Effort, getting the win in a game that he was down 80 supply in, and then he wins because Effort is just that good. He's just that good. I still think, I'm going to say this one more time and then get off it, but dude, if Prime holds on to this base and reinforces these bases with something more than a couple Marines and a bunker, right? Then I think he wins. Stop trying to kill this base. You don't have to. If you have this base and all up along this side and all this corner, you win the game. Effort can't beat you with this base. It doesn't matter. What he can do is if you throw away 4,000 resources every 5 minutes onto this thing, you're going to just drain your bank. You're not going to be able to hold these top positions, and then you lose. I'm 90% sure that's what happened here, according to my setup. So, wow. All right. Well, that's a win. That is a beautiful win from our dude Effort. He gets the win. He gets the victory here today. And let's wrap this thing up. Prime's going to watch this replay and be like, oh, I was so close. I was so close. I mean, hats off to Prime. I'm impressed he took Effort to this point. Not many people can do that. 286,000 points at 250 in favor of the Zerg. We got an outproduction by the Zerg player, getting outkilled by the Terran, but not as much. Structures raised way more by the Zerg, but that's normal in this matchup. And then resources is an outspend by the Zerg, but not really by a ton for 35 minutes. I mean, that is what? 13,000 resources? My math seems pretty okay. Yeah, 13,034 really shouldn't be enough, but the cost efficiency of the Hydra meta is what this is. Plus, the tanks not having upgrades kind of helped too. So upgrades, decision-making, and then just, you know, maybe not facing off against Effort. You're probably going to win that game, but GG. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.